Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. What am I supposed to say? Just welcome. Hi, what's up? How's it going? This is gonna be the most professional take ever. Okay, it's like super professional. Okay. Hey boy, what's up? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarcastic and you are watching a video on any filter which I have not titled yet. I'm gonna title it after I've edited it. That's a dumb way to go about it, I know, but that's just how it is. So today I wanted to make a video about this little guy right here, and I've had this for like quite some time. This is my first ND filter yet, and I'm gonna keep this back because I'm afraid I'm gonna drop it. Go in your cover again. Stay there. So for those of you who don't know what an ND filter is, simply put, it's a piece of glass that you put in front of the camera lens. So what it does is that it reduces the amount of light that is entering your lens. So if you're in a very blown out area, you can just put an ND filter on and it's just gonna help the situation. Now I have also used the ND filter during my solar eclipse vlog, and there was this little time lapse that I could do of the eclipse while it was happening. I could not have done that without the help of the ND filter. The only drawback in that situation was that it flared, so you could see two reflections of the sun, but yeah, that's fine. Like, it's like, what you gonna do? You know what? Let's just go outside and I can show you guys exactly what I mean. So let's go. Right. So here's another really cool example of when ND filters can be really helpful. Like right now I'm walking in nice shadow and then suddenly there's sun and I'm white. So now I can just quickly be like, oh no, too bright, and just do that instead. I can't see the screen, it's so bright right now. Now if I didn't really have this, what I would have done instead is I would have to stop recording, change up the ISO or the shutter speed or something like that, because the camera that I own doesn't really have autofocus or auto exposure, so it becomes really difficult for me to shoot whenever I'm outside. So whenever there's like variation in lighting, in those cases I have to manually stop, change up the exposure, change up the ISO, whatever I'm doing, and then I can continue on with my vlog. And by the time I've done that, like my whole thought process is gone and it's really bad for the flow of the video, really. See, that's like blown out now. That's like super blown out. So there we go, it's less blown out now. Now in situations where you're like setting your exposure, having an ND filter just gives you a lot more control, because you usually have ISOs as 100, 200, then 400. They're like fixed stops. Well, you could have a little more extra stop if you're using magic lantern or something like that, but you don't have the finer control. Now with an ND filter I can control exactly how much light I want in the scene. I don't have to worry about it in post, because I know whenever I'm shooting the scene, it looks exactly how it's supposed to, because that's how I intended it to look. Oh, take one. Shh. Shh. Sorry, that was another pigeon there. It's so dumb when photographers get ND filters and you don't really need it for like photography. ND filter can be like super useful, yeah, for sure, if you're like vlogging or recording videos where you like have that limitation of FPS and the relation of that with shutter speed, and you need to do all that math so that the motion blur looks all good. You don't really have a restriction like that like you do in video. It really doesn't make sense, at least to me. If you're a photographer and you buy ND filters, like dude, you could buy an ND filter or multiple ND filters just to get like a few shots, but then you could also just control the shutter speed. That was a pigeon. I'm sorry, that was a pigeon. So yeah, before you jump on the ND filter bandwagon, you should probably check if it is useful to you directly. Just don't buy it because someone's telling you to buy it. Think if you really need it. I in fact remember the first time that I went to test out ND filter. It was right before lockdown hit us. The day we bought it in the shop, it was too dark, so while we were trying to see how it works, we couldn't really get the best result for it because the shop itself was really dark. So the next day in the morning we went to try the hyperlapse feature that Magic Lantern offers. We were like in that experimentation sort of phase. So yeah, we went there, and that is also the same day I tried the ND filter for the first time. Actually, you know what, here's like how that day went. I have like this monopod with me, so I don't even need like a Joby or whatever to like vlog. Hey look, that's my spoon. I know that it's my spoon, guys. That's my bus. Okay, cool. So I just like vlogged in public right now, and I used this monopod that I had with me for quite some time. I just didn't know how to use it. And guess what? You can just like do this and just talk to yourself with the camera. I don't even need a Jovi anymore. Hey guys, so we're here and we're going to try and do a hyperlapse with the new intervalometer feature. And let's see how it goes, because we tried to come here like early in the morning when it was really dark, but it's not that dark anymore. We've been here quite some time.
Also, we got the ND filter, no? Show them.
I'll show it to you when we get to the studio. It's like on right now.
Yeah.
So let's go. The hyperlapse looked kind of drunk, to be honest. It was a fun day, but that was also one of the last times I vlogged outside. Honestly, now that I think about it, there's so many features that I still want to try out of Magic Lantern that I have not yet. So I can't really wait for the pandemic to sort of like get over and this entire situation to go away, so that I can just like go and record outside again. Last entire year I was unable to do that. So like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you later. Was that good?